Hello, hello, welcome in. Hi, Liberty, welcome in. I'm just making sure everything is good before we begin. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday. Are we ready for some road construction? Oh, first impressions are amazing. That's good, that's good. We love that. You took me grocery shopping with you, Liberty? That's adorable. I'm glad you could be here while you're doing your errands today. We'll enjoy you lurking in the background. All right. Well, it looks like everything is up and running the way it's supposed to, and sounding the way it's supposed to. So let me show you our task for the day. Switch over to Minecraft. So if you watched the video that went live last week, I built a storage area and I was just clearing out my inventory. So we'll be ready for the day. Your mic is muted, Merc. Welcome in. You troll. As a reminder to everyone in chat, the commands that you can use during stream are in the video description. As Nightbot has just demonstrated, I have a command so that you can join Discord server. I have commands for if you're going to be lurking in the background, commands for when you come back from lurking. I have commands to help remind me to hydrate or to stretch and correct my posture while I'm streaming. And there's also a command to call me out if I get super distracted, to kind of reel me back in. So Those are some fun interactive ways that you can be a part of chat today. Looks cute. Thank you. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. My first idea was I want aquariums in my storage area. I saw someone else do aquariums in their storage area. I can't for the life of me remember who it is. But I was like, ooh, I want aquariums in my storage one day. So I have 4 little aquariums with some tropical fish. They kind of just float up and down. Where'd your fish friend go? Oh, there it is. And then I have a puffer over here, so I have to be careful about getting too close to this one. It will poison me. You can also use Merc exclamation point commands, and it'll show you all of the command options in the chat for you to use. So the command key is exclamation mark, not the backslash. So this is the path we're working on today. It goes all the way that way. It's out of render distance, but there's a hill that goes up to my base. And then it goes all the way this way, which leads to a village near my base. When I say near my base, it's not like super close. I live right up here. The village is way down here. And I want to fill all of this road with buildings eventually. And so, of course, I started with my storage. Since having a storage space like central to all of the buildings, I was like, it'll be so much easier if I'm just building out from the center, and in the center is where I go to build everything. You're welcome, Merc. I saw you were having some trouble. Yes, so I have this path, and I just did something really simple with it between episodes. But I would like to make it look a little more finished. And I was thinking also I might have like a, what's the word? Like a border along the road to separate it in little bits. Maybe not like fully all the way back and down, but I have so many leaves in my inventory. If you can see from this biome, it's a shrubland. So these are all like one oak log surrounded by leaves, and they're literally everywhere. And I cleared out a path through all of it. And so I have so many leaves in my inventory now. Let me show you the amount of leaves. Where did I think they're in here. No, I lied. They're not in there. Here they are. I have plentiful leaves. I have leaves for days. So I was thinking I could do like a little border along the path, kind of separate it with like some fences and stuff. And then I could just make little openings for each new building that I add later. So you can get in and out of the buildings. I actually have a very fun plan for my upcoming video in this world, and I'm excited to like actually build it. I have 2 different ideas that I'm playing around with for it, and I haven't decided which I'm going to do, but I'm kind of leaning towards one more than the other. So I'm excited to film that tomorrow so that that can be my Saturday upload. So I wanted to get this road done in the meantime so that that build can sit along this road as well. So currently I'm just using some cobble, mossy cobble, some stone, and path blocks. But I have a mod, I believe it's the chipped mod. Yes, and it has this botanist workbench. It's pretty simple to make. I just checked my clay brick stock, and I literally have just enough to make the 3 pots I need for this. And I, of course, already have everything else in my inventory. But I'm pretty sure that if you put a block of dirt in here, you get like different custom dirt options. And so I thought I would add that to the path. I need this. I'm going to need slabs, sticks, and a crafting table. Do I have an extra crafting table? And so, oh, I don't have the sticks in my inventory. They're in my backpack. Boom. And then, oh yeah, I need to make pots. Silly me. Now I can make it. Yippee! You're nothing but trouble, Merc. I believe it. I believe it. I don't have a permanent spot that I want to put this bench, but I think just setting it out here for now will be fine. Oh, I don't have dirt in my inventory. That's not helpful. I don't think I have a lot of dirt either. Oh, I actually have quite a bit of dirt. That's amazing. Let's hold 3 stacks for now. I forgot to start recording. I want to see if I can get little clips to cut up into shorts from stream. So I'm recording today, so I hope it doesn't add lag to my game or the stream. Let me know if you experience any. What's your favorite thing about Minecraft? That you could literally do anything that your imagination can come up with. It's sandbox, open world. Like you can explore, you can build, you can collect. You can literally do whatever you want. And especially with mods, that can also be helpful in achieving that whatever you want to do kind of thing. I think that's probably my favorite thing about Minecraft. What's your favorite thing about Minecraft? It's a good question. Let's see. There's too many dirt options. And I'm overwhelmed. This one's kind of cool. I think that one could work. Even just this too. I think sometimes when I do this, all of the blocks I have in my inventory when I craft, it changes all of them. So I'm afraid to have them all in my inventory at the same time. I think I'll just throw some of this in my backpack. So once you craft something, you can't uncraft it or change it, so... This one's kind of nice too. I kind of like that. It's got a few more like speckly texture than the eroded dirt. Yeah, I think weathered. See, I did all of them. I didn't even get a choice. I didn't get a choice. The free will you have and how empty space can become everything you imagine. Yes. When I'm like watching other people's content, I love the progression from like episode 1 to like episode whatever. Like watching just land become someone's like whole base and just watching them build all of it. And then going back and watching from day 1 all the way up to whatever they're at currently. It's wild to watch the progression. And I love seeing that. Some people are extremely talented builders. Okay. I wouldn't consider myself an extremely talented builder. I would just barely consider myself a builder, to be honest. And sometimes it's weird. I have a weird relationship with roofs. Sometimes I'm like, I hit my flow state and I'm totally fine and I nail a roof and I'm like, yeah, I could do this on the other side, no problem. And then I'll just like get in a weird mood where I'm just like, oh, I have to do a roof. It's going to be bad. And then it is bad. It's so bad. But I know I'm not the only one that has a problem with roofs. So it keeps me sane knowing that other people also struggle. You know what's actually helped me with that a lot recently is going off of like a roof guide. You can find them on Pinterest. Kind of like a loose guide of like shapes of roofs. Oh my gosh, that's so helpful. I think I'm gonna do the cracked disordered dirt. I feel like that will go nice as well. I want the path to look natural, but also like maintained. Like it's supposed to be a road and not just like a path well traveled. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see my world expand either. It's been a slow process because I've been in this world since January of this year, but then I spent like 2 months away from it in Timeless. So I'm just coming back, and now I'm coming back from Timeless. I have so many fresh ideas of how I want this world to expand. So I'm really excited to get into it. I need one more block option. This one is so pretty for a dirt block. I love it. Like flowery. I think maybe in a garden pathway, I think I would use this someday. I don't know if I want to use this for my path today, but that's a cool idea for later. This one too. Kind of looks like a lodestone, but in dirt texture. Or a chiseled stone. It is called loaded dirt, so I guess it would make sense. I didn't read it before I said that. Silly, silly. Maybe something like this. Massive dirt blocks. Let's do it. Wonderful, wonderful. I also think that maybe I can add in some wood. Like slabs. I have a lot of spruce, but I'm wondering if spruce is going to be too dark. Actually, it doesn't look super dark next to the dirt. Does that look okay with the cobblestone and the stone color, though? Or do you think it clashes too much? I can't even count the amount of times Pinterest has helped me. I know Pinterest. We love Pinterest. We love inspiration. I was actually looking at it earlier today. I'm going to be making my first automated farm in this world this week. And I was like trying to think of fun ways to disguise it so that it doesn't look like just an ugly, automated, inhumane structure. So I came up with 2 ideas. I don't want to say too much, but I also I'm so excited. I want you to know what it is. The struggle is real. Let's just say it's a village breeder. But I wanted a fun, like a reason, like a logical explanation for the build surrounding it, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't want it to just be the village breeder. I wanted it to be like something that works with like the lore I'm creating in this world, I guess I could say. Like something that's not just functional, but feels like it's supposed to be in the world. I'm just deciding if I like this cobble with this dirt. If I change my mind about this cobble, I literally have to tear it up all along the path. Maybe I'll just keep filling in little areas around here. Oops, wrong one. And kind of get a feel for what it feels like once it's all in this little chunk next to an actual build. Because this is kind of the color palette. It'll change slightly in the buildings. But like, this is kind of like the style and the color vibe I'm going for these buildings. There will be variation. I'd want to play with some more color. But this contrasty kind of vibe is gonna be what I'm going for. Get in more dirt while I'm testing. The way I'm just hitting the blocks instead of using a shovel. Put my shovel in here. It's about to break, so I have this iron one. I'll probably just use that for the time being. Until it breaks. I'm like, do I even want the path blocks? I think I do. Because I think I like the path block more than I like the cobble currently. Mud would also work. I don't think I've really found mud anywhere, like a biome that had a lot of mud. Because I thought about that earlier too. I was like, if I had mud, that would be amazing. And I could make a mud farm, but the mud farm that I would make is very manual and would take forever. But you are correct. Mud would work. That's why I used this botanist bench, because I feel like you kind of get a similar vibe with the mud as you do with the variations of the dirt block. It's almost like the mud cheat code. Gravel with the cobble. Do a lot of gravel. Add the chips mod to Homestead. I didn't add anything extra to Homestead, but I've only played it the one time for one video, so I haven't really played around with Homestead at all. That's why I need good tools to build. I can't be worried about equipment failure. I mean, I get pretty lucky with my iron supply because I have vein miner. I can stock my iron relatively quickly. I do have in mind an iron farm in the future, which is kind of the reason I wanted to do the village breeder. so that I have a bunch of villagers to toss into an iron farm. So then I'll be even more well off. I'm going to be so rich with iron, you guys. You just wait and see. But I'm already, like, pretty well off on iron. I'm actually, I do not have a lot of diamonds. Oops, that's not what I wanted. This is my entire stock of diamonds that I have 19 diamonds to my name. Diamonds is a lot harder to get a hold of than iron. That's why I've just been kind of like using up a lot of iron. And you can see my armor is all like on the verge of breaking. I desperately need more diamonds. How are we feeling about the cobble? Let me grab some gravel and see if that changes anything for me. Honestly, I like the gravel more than I like the cobble, but it doesn't change how I feel about the cobble or the stone. But this color has some of the browns in it, so I feel like that works. Enchanted netherite plans. You know, I've never, ever got netherite the legit way. I've only ever found like scraps of it looting in modded Minecraft. So, yeah. Like the sound of gravel and pathwork. Does it sound different? I can't tell right here, but there's not a lot to walk on. Do you have a stream schedule? No, not at the moment, because I also have a job outside of YouTube. And that schedule is not a constant schedule. It kind of just changes. I can't really set like a schedule, but what I'm trying this month is, so Saturday will be like my upload day, no matter what, every week. And then if I have like a task like I did this week where I'm like, well, yeah, sure, I could do this between episodes, but also I could do it while streaming. Then you get like an extra stream or an extra video from time to time. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for this month. 100% you're getting content on Saturday. And then once in a while, you may get a little something extra from me. Does this turn it back to dirt? Oh, it didn't. Interesting. Love that. Do I take the cobble out or do I leave it? Let's, for the sake of testing, let's just try. I want this here. Oof. The misclicks. I had an idea for like a random one-off video where once you place a block, you can't move it challenge, because I'm always misplacing blocks constantly, and I was like, how difficult would it be to build or just do anything in Minecraft if I took away my ability to pick up a block I place by mistake? Or I often am very indecisive of where I want like a workbench to go or a crafting table, and I'll like move it around 800 times. If I didn't have the ability to do that, would I go mad? Would I actually lose my mind? So, this is the kind of stuff my mind comes up with when I'm like, what other videos could I do to torture myself? It's not very cozy at all. the dirty variety. Yeah, it looks nice, right? And I feel like this little spot where I took the cobble out, it really changes it. I don't like how all this pathing is all along the same line. That's bugging me. I'm almost considering no pathway blocks at all and change them all out to something else. I could maybe have like every once in a while some cobble and stone, but I didn't like how much cobble and stone there was before, and I feel like this gravel really changed it. Yeah, because I like yeah. I think I'll take the path blocks out. We'll keep the cobble and the stone, and we'll just change it out once in a while for gravel, because I think that looks nice. Oh my goodness, all the wrong buttons all at once. Yeah, I feel like that could be a vibe, right? And then kind of bordered with like leaves, like leaf hedges and fences and lighting all along the path. Kind of break it up from this kind of color palette. I like it a lot. Are there any paving stones in any of the mods, like landscaping? I have the carpenter's table here. It doesn't look like you can add stone to it. Chipped would be the mod that I have that would have something like that. They have a mason table. This one could possibly change stone blocks to like the custom dirt ones that I have. I was waiting to make this until I had like an actual masonry building for the mason trade for a villager. And I also don't have any more clay. Actually, I think it only needed 1 clay. Was that right? Where is it? Oh no, I still need a brick. I don't have any more clay. I mean, I could find clay. The water's so far away, though. I don't think it'd be in the ocean either. I think I'll stick with this. I think I'm going to take path blocks out and add in more gravel. Oh, it's raining. Wonderful. We're gonna get wet out here today. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. How cozy. I love a cozy thunderstorm. Some of the gravel looks different when I put it down. Am I crazy? Yeah, these textures are different. That's kind of cool. I ran out of my slabs. Why do I have oak slabs all of a sudden in my inventory? I don't want oak slabs. Take this and turn it into slabbies. Oh my god! The thunder is thundering. I love thunderstorms. Where I grew up in the Midwest, I had gnarly thunderstorms and oftentimes, usually a lot of tornadoes. But I just remember thunderstorms being so wild when I was a kid. And then I moved to California and our thunderstorms are such babies. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a gnarly thunderstorm. It was like thunder and lightning constantly for like a full hour. And it was just like loud and obnoxious and like right on top of us. And it was so cool. Then the power went out at work one day after I had left. I left and like 2 hours later, my boss was calling me and was like, the power went out. Can you come back and help? And I was like, girl, you want me to drive in this? It's wild out there. It was like flooding. Branches were falling down. So I got in my car and I drove all the way back to work. Luckily, I don't live that far from where I work. But every road I drove down on the way there completely flooded. And branches down, trees down everywhere. And the whole time I'm going into work, after I've been there already for the day, I'm just like, I don't get paid enough to risk my life to come back. This is stupid. So yeah, that's my thunderstorm story. Hope you enjoyed. See, this is where it gets a little confusing because we got like a step down and I think I'm going a little too far that way when I should be coming this way. Oh, I have an infinite water source already, for sure. And I also, my backpack has water in it. So all I have to do is take my bucket and go boop, and then I have water. So finding water is not the problem. It's finding water that's going to have clay inside of it that's the problem. Special backpack. Oh, yeah, I was just explaining that part. It's a bunch of buckets worth. I think each one of these notches is a bucket's worth of water. And then lava, of course. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's shave that off right there. Oh, I hate when I do that. Let's put this dirt back here. These path wraps. This way. Is anyone else, I'm curious, anyone else a scroller on their hotbar with their like mouse wheel? Because I know a lot of people, like the hardcore gamers, they'll just hit like the numbers on their keyboard to switch to a tool. My brain don't work like that. My brain don't process that quickly. I used to play Elder Scrolls back in the day. And I had one of those mouse that have like the 12 buttons next to the thumb. Then I did it for my spells and whatnot. But ever since I switched to a normal wireless mouse, I can't do it like that no more. I feel like my brain can't remember the number, like hand-eye coordination. It's non-existent, I think. You're a scroller too? Yay! I'm not alone. I know with Bedrock, or not Bedrock, I guess, but controller, people who use controllers, I guess they would have to do the scroll, right? I don't know if they have like a number pad option. They just scroll to their tools. There's a few people that I watch on the YouTube that play on Bedrock, and I see them doing that. So I guess we're not alone as scrollers. I feel like playing Minecraft with a controller would be so difficult, though. I don't know how you guys do that. I guess if it's always how you've played Minecraft, you can't really, you just do it that way, so there's not a big difference, but I feel like that would be hard. As a mouse and keyboard player, going to a controller for Minecraft. Oh, I didn't put any spruce down. Just yapping. Okay, that's a double, and this is a double. We can replace them. And then I haven't put any gravel either. You know what? Let's put my raw scallop. There we go. Lovely. Well, I think we need a little bit wider of a path here. And then maybe we can take it this way a little bit more. I also forgot I'm removing cobble from time to time. So maybe this one can go. That one. Just that one. That one. We'll keep the cobbled moss. Oh, you went from Bedrock to Java? I bet it was a big difference. I, back in the day, used to play a lot of GTA 5. My voice just got real rough all of a sudden. Let me take a drink of water. I played a lot of GTA 5. And when I first started playing it, I was on PC. I was playing it mouse and keyboard. And it felt weird to me to play it that way. And then my friends were like, why don't you just play on controller? And I was like, I don't know. Let me do that. And then so I switched to controller and it just felt more natural. I feel like there's definitely certain games that I play that I just like feel like if I'm playing it on controller, it just feels wrong. And then there's other ones it's like if I'm not playing it on controller, it feels wrong. GTA 5, 100%, I need a controller. I'd be out of my element if I was doing mouse and keyboard with GTA 5. It's been so long since I've played that game. I used to play it all the time, every day, for hours and hours. Same with Elder Scrolls, actually. Probably been like 10 years since I've played either of those games. That's wild. Time goes by so fast. You don't even realize it until you think of things like that, and then you're like, oh, It's been a decade since I've played that video game. Who am I? That's wild. Let's see. Those, that, here, and there. Look how far we've gotten already. We started there and now we're here. It's not very far at all, but it's progress. Zoodle McNoodle. Hi, welcome to stream. Thank you. My path is looking very nice. I'm liking it so far. How are you? I'm trying to be real careful about my randomization of where I'm placing each block. I need a lot of concentration for that, so if I take extra time to reply to anyone, you'll know why. Brain is processing randomization. Very hard work. Very difficult. Too much cobble. The sun came out. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Yep. I feel like it gets too wide right there. This gap feels weird. Maybe I have to thin it out here. Yeah, that feels right. Bring in the regular dirt. Now, do I need this filled? Yeah, I feel like we need it here. Lovely. Just saw the stream and thought I'd drop in for a bit before grabbing some dinner. Well, thanks for being here. It is a lot of mental effort. Because for me, if I'm like walking down the path like 2 days from now and I see like right here, there's like 2 blocks the same here and 2 blocks the same right here. What was I thinking? Absolutely no way we can have that. Has to be different. And yeah, okay. I'm sure we'll spot more along the way. What are you having for dinner, by the way? Oops, there goes our shovel. Do I have iron on me? I not have iron on me? That's silly. Luckily, we're right here in my new storage area. So conveniently placed. We love that. My iron is getting kind of low, actually. I think that's because I used it for something while building this place. I can't remember what now, but yeah. Anyways, we need a shovel. Actually, I'll just make 2 because we know it's going to break again. Beautiful. And we're back at it again. I don't like this cobble here because we have this mossy one. I'm probably going to have spaghetti for dinner. Leftover from night before yesterday. I took it with me to work yesterday and then just didn't eat it while I was at work. Came home and ate pizza instead. And so, yeah, I think I'll munch on my leftover spaghetti later. Love me a good spaghetti. Some gravel in here. That's a lot of this cooler color, and I don't like it. I think you have to go, and you have to go. Oh my goodness. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping by. Anyone working on anything fun in their Minecraft worlds this week? Is anyone currently playing Minecraft and you're like playing along with me? That'd be kind of a fun vibe. We're just like playing Minecraft together in 2 different worlds. Hello, possum. Possum. There's so many possums around here because when I first loaded this world, they all had their babies on their backs. And then the babies grew up. And now there's so many possums in this world, just chilling everywhere. I kind of love it. I love the wildlife that the mods add. to the game. It feels so much more alive when I have little critters running around. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like I need another block besides these dirts. I feel like it's getting harder and harder to keep two of the same from not being next to each other. Like right here. Just did it. I just did it. I did it again. It's hard to tell the difference between this one and this one when they're placed. They're like basically the same block. Okay, you know what? Maybe I won't care about having too many next to each other for now. We'll just stick them in, and if I find it that it bothers me later, I can fix it when I spot it. I think that's a good plan. I think I will sleep this night away so it's nice and bright so you can see. I have night vision on my backpack, so I know you can see anyways pretty well, but just for the vibes, we'll run to the bed for a little nappy. You're building an iron farm? That's awesome. Do you have like an aesthetic idea to make it cozy in your world, or are you just like letting the iron farm just be its iron farm? Both are totally okay answers, by the way. I'm not gonna judge you if you don't decorate your iron farms. I just prefer to do it in my worlds that way. That's usually why I end up not building a lot of farms, because I don't know enough about some of the farms, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna break it if I try to make it look aesthetic. And I know with like iron farms and other farms similar, you can't use blocks that the iron golems can spawn on. Like little things, like little mechanics of the game that I'm not like 100% sure on. I'm always like, I'm gonna break it somehow. It's gonna stop working because I want it to be cute. So I just don't build them. Every time I run out of iron, I just have to go mining, go adventuring, go out in the world, which I enjoy because sometimes I feel like I get too like stuck at home sometimes. I'm a homebody in like real life. So sometimes I just get so cozy in my little worlds that I don't go out enough. And so sometimes not having automated farms helps me like go explore the world more often because I need to go out to like get iron and stuff. And I don't know anything about redstone stuff. Any automated farm that includes redstone automatically, I'm like intimidated. I'm like, I can't do that. Absolutely, no way. Even if I follow a tutorial, like I can follow a tutorial and put it together, but if it breaks, I don't know how to fix it. Then I'm just out of luck. You know? That's not where you were supposed to go, young slab sir. Seriously? It is so rainy in this world today. What the heck? I just realized it was raining again. You did make it aesthetic? How did you make it aesthetic? Did you just do like a house build on top of it, or what was the vibe you went for? Now I'm curious. I'm out of my dirt block. Now I have to remember which ones I chose before so I can make more. Also, do I have enough dirt to keep going? Oh, I have plenty of dirt in my inventory. That's amazing. We love that. Let me stick my sticks back here. Stick my sticks. I can throw those in there and that in there. I love the little sound the wow, I totally forgot the name. Pufferfish. The sound the pufferfish makes. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Let's see if we can remember what we did. We did this one. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We did this one. We did no, not sanded. Weathered. We did this one. Wait. Did it... What just happened? Okay, there we go. That was weird. And then we did another one, which was... I did the cracked brick already. What was the other one that we did? I've already forgotten what it was. That's not good. That's not good at all. Nem, hi! You heard about me from Fozy? Ah, Fozy's fun. We love Fozy. Welcome to stream. I've seen your videos before as well. I've been enjoying Crafted Season 2. I've been a fan of Crafted since Season 1. What was the other one I used? Wait, how do I turn my... I forgot what my bind is. Or my... Shade? Shade. Okay. Look. Hello, what's it called? You're really gonna make me scroll for it? That's so rude. Aha, Jade. Show details. Left shift. Show overlay keypad 1. Show details. Oh, that's already being used. That's already being used. That's already being used. That's already being used. Oh my gosh, keybinds when you have a bunch of mods is nearly impossible. Oops. Hello? Ah, okay. Numpad 1 worked. Yes, I have seen your videos. I've been kind of watching everyone's POVs from this season. I've been enjoying. Okay, so I got the weathered, cracked, disordered, weathered, massive dirt bricks. That's the one I'm missing. Massive dirt bricks. Where are you, massive dirt bricks? Yep, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. We have all of our blocks back. We can continue pathing. Okay. Oh, meow to you too. You just meow in your sleep? Oh, you're awake now. Okay. Mitty says hello to stream. She hopes you're all having a wonderful day. I need gravel in here. Yes. I do have a kitty. She's kind of my whole brand on Minecraft. Like if you look at my profile photo, my channel banner, she's even in my scenes for streaming, like my starting stream, my BRB stream, and my scene, and then my stream ending scene. She's tucked into little corners all over the place. She was too cute not to share with the world. If I remember correctly, your cat is the calico orangey one in Minecraft. Am I remembering the right crafted girly? Fun fact from episode 1. I'll feel so silly if if it's another girl and it's not you. It was you. Okay. I was like, watch it not be her. I was pretty sure it was you, but as I was saying it, I was like, what if it's not? That's a very cute kitty. My Minnie looks like the gray and white, like Jellycat. That's what my Minnie looks like. I do know my facts. Real fan, real fan. Let's see. Oh, wait. Why does this block look so... Uh-oh. Did I make the wrong block? I feel like this block isn't anywhere else. You know what? Dirt changes. This is a... It's realistic that dirt would change. I'm gonna go with it. It's just an ever-changing world that I'm building here in Minecraft. It'll be fine. Not gonna worry about it. Too much cobble. You got to go. Yeah, I don't like that one here. This needs to be a regular dirt block. She's just an American short hair. I don't think she's any other breed, like a calico American short hair. She's kind of a lemon. I rescued her 4 years ago from a little, like, small rescue that's local. And, you know, normally with rescues, all you do is, like, you pay, like, to spay. You don't really, like, buy the pet. You just pay for their spay. And so it was, like, $150 or whatever to spay her. But when we took her in for her spay, they were like, yeah, we only did the one side because on the other side, her fallopian tubes are attached to other vital organs. And we were like, oh, what do you mean? And they were like, if we try to continue the spay and we like accidentally nick something wrong, she could bleed out on the table, and we're not willing to take that chance. And I was like, oh God, yeah, don't do that to my baby. And then they were like, you're going to have to see a specialist. They would be the only ones that would touch that. And so we went to a specialist, and they were like, well, she's itty bitty right now. She was like, she had to be like 3 pounds just for that first surgery. So she was only 3 pounds at the time. And so the specialist was like, yeah, let's wait until she grows up a little bit more. Once she's had her first heat, go ahead and set up an appointment. And we were like, okay, cool, we'll do that. And then it took a while to get an appointment because, of course, it's a specialist. And this specialist, like, flies in from somewhere else. Like, oh. It just gave me flint instead of gravel. That's not what I wanted. Anyways, this special flies in from somewhere else to do, like, a couple cases and then flies back out again. So it's really hard to get an appointment. And so we had to go through, like, a couple heats with her. Let me tell ya, if you've never experienced an animal in heat before, it's an experience. That's for sure. And so after like 3 or 4 heats, we finally got an appointment for her. And they took her in and they were like, yeah, it's going to be an exploratory surgery, which basically means they cut her open more than a normal amount for a spay so that they can kind of like dig around and make sure there's nothing else weird going on in there. And they did like an ultrasound and like blood work and made sure she was like healthy to go under for all of that. And in the ultrasound, they were like, we won't know for sure until we get inside there, but we're pretty sure she only has 1 kidney. And we were like, what? This cat is such a lemon. Where do I store my flint? I don't think I have a spot for flint yet. I feel like flint is one of those things that I'm just like, I never know where to store it. Sure, you can go into my redstone. I don't care. What did I come in here for? Gravel. So yeah, the specialist... Oh, I have a bunch of gravel. That's wonderful. The specialist was expensive. I think overall, after consultations, ultrasounds, blood work, and the actual surgery itself, my mitty bitty ended up costing me closer to $5,000. But I'm the type of human that is not going to just give up on an animal and abandon them or find someone else to take care of it or take it off my hands or put it down because it has like health issues. So I just grin and bear it. I was like, you know what? This tiny kitten has stolen my heart. I will do anything to make it happen. Just do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, that's the story of my lemon cat, who I love very much. It was so stressful. Because it's like you fall in love with your kitties or your dogs or whatever pet you have. Like, that's your child. And if something is wrong with them, it's hard to deal with. And especially, like, not knowing what exploratory surgery... I had to ask. I was like, does that mean this is a surgery that you don't do often? You don't know what you're doing? Because that's what exploratory surgery sounded like to me when they said it. I was like, exploratory surgery, like, you don't know what you're doing. You're just going in there and hoping for the best. And they're like, no. It means we make a larger incision so that we can look around more than just the like, one point we're going in for. And I was like, oh, okay. Because you stressed me out when you made me think you didn't know what you were doing. So you're just going to, just explore, see what happens. I need gravel in here more. Probably like right here and spruce. Yeah, yeah, that's like 3 months worth of rent here for me. So yes, she's extremely lucky that we're the home she ended up in, because I don't feel like there's a lot of people out there that would have been willing to dish out that much dough for a little baby kitten. But when we rescued her, I had put a cat down during COVID, like the peak of COVID. And it was like, so you couldn't even go into the vet. Like, I had to make all the decisions from my car. And it was midnight and I was drowsy and I was just like, what is happening? And it was a very traumatic experience for me. And this cat, my partner had been showing me photos of kittens for a while, and I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I'm like, no, I'm not ready for another one. No, I'm not ready for another one. And then as soon as he showed me the photo of her at the rescue, I was like, oh my God, we have to go and get her right now. Like, that's she looked so much like the cat I had just put down a few years earlier. And I was like, oh, that's my baby. And it's crazy too, because sometimes I feel like she acts so much like that other cat. I'm like one of those people that believes that like once a spirit leaves this earth, you can come back in another form. And I told her all the time when she was sick before she passed, like, you better come back and visit me. Like, you better find me again. Like, we're soulmates. You come back to me. And I think she did. Oh, where's the path leading? Okay, so this is a storage room that I've just built in my last video. And it sits right in the middle of this path. Up here is my base. And it's kind of like a little farming homestead. And then I have this path that comes down this hill and runs all the way down to this village that I've been making over. So I've built the storage in the center last week as sort of like the starting of this whole thing. And I want to make the path look a little more finished as I start filling it. This is all going to be buildings from like here all the way to this village. It's just going to be a bunch of different buildings. Automated farms, cosmetic things, bakeries, restaurants, bookstores, just like things like that. Yes. So it's the Cozy Vibes with V Cozy Modded Minecraft Forever World playlist. If you're looking for the whole playlist, this is the world I started my YouTube channel on, beginning of this year. So I'm going to be real with you. The first couple episodes, I had an awful microphone. But after about episode 4, I upgraded my microphone and everything past that point is fine. But I had a lot of audio issues in the beginning. But if you can make it past that, I hope you enjoy. I did not put any spruce. This is what happens when someone gets me talking about my cat. Totally distracted. Aw. What a cozy moment. I love shaders. They change everything. Okay. It's a lot of the same. We can't have that. Throw a gravel? Oh, same too. Well, we're gonna live with that now. Let's see, we are wrapping back over here, so I think I'm gonna extend as it curves. I was thinking today too, I made over a few of the village houses in the village down this way in a couple of my episodes in the series, but I think I'm actually going to redo that whole village. because I have new ideas. And those houses got makeovers before... Oh, I'm hungry. Before I went to Timeless, which was an SMP I was a part of. And I only just returned back to this world. So after 2 months of creating content somewhere else, I've come back with a lot of fresh new ideas. And I feel like what I did at the village originally in the series is cute and all, but I got bigger ideas nowadays, so we're gonna switch it up. I feel like I need more slots in my hotbar. Check this out. Wait, why was I switching it out? Oh my gosh. Do you ever just like have moments where you're like in the middle of doing something and then a new subscriber? Welcome, Toxic Gamer. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for stopping by, Nam. It was nice to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Are you ever just in the middle of doing something and then you're just like, but what was I doing though? Oh, maybe this dirt was for that spot. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. I can be so absent-minded sometimes. It just comes on randomly. Okay. Did my alert go off on my screen when you subscribed? Because I feel like I haven't got my alerts to work. Or maybe I just missed it because I wasn't looking at the screen. I didn't hear anything, though. It's very odd. I also realized I don't have my headphones on. I was charging them before stream and then I forgot about them. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Oh, that's why there's no music. I was like, why is there no music? But it's a like a fireplace Minecraft song. Okay, music is back. We're back at it. It was there on screen? I missed it! I was hoping I fixed it today before stream and that it would show up. For some reason, did you hear the alert as well, or did you only see it? I didn't hear anything on my end. I need to figure out how to make it so I can hear it when I'm streaming so I don't miss it. Still trying to figure out this whole streaming thing. In right here, making it really narrow. You heard it too. Thank you. I'll have to find out how I can make it so I can hear it. I would hate to miss thanking people. Luckily, I saw the chat notice. This music's kind of a vibe. Digging it. I can see the town! Oh my gosh, we've gone so far. It's actually not that far, but it feels really far. There goes my shovel. Good thing I need a second one. It was smart. It was smart to make a second one. Too much cobbly, stony bits here. Okay. Throw in a bit of gravel. This is really thin right here. Good night, son. The crickets. Vibes. Lots and lots of vibes. This music too. Oh my gosh. There's some. Nice to see. So cute. Wait, I thought I put fish in here. I put a bunch of cod and salmon in here. Why are they gone? Did they despawn? Wait, are they gone on the other side too? Oh my gosh. Vanishing fish. What a magical world I live in. Good morning, possum. Path looks awesome. It looks so much more intentional now. I love that. That's not where you're supposed to go. Okay, tunes. Over here dancing in my chair. Up and over. Look how close we are to the town now. Ooh, another possum, but it's a different color. Why won't you look at me? Hi. Chicken. Raccoon. So much wildlife over here. Come check on the villagers since we're here. I like this. Super cute little farm to come and trade with them. This raccoon stealing all their crops. Rude. But I'm kind of thinking if I tear it down and I did more of like an automated collection system with the farmers, I feel like that's the type of automated farm that I can work with. And then I can get more emeralds quickly. Oh. Hi. Hold on. I have something for you. Wait, come back. Yeah, coconut. Here you go. Enjoy your coconut. Is he washing it in the water? Oh my god, what? I didn't know they did that. The raccoon washed his food in the water and ate it like a real life raccoon. I did not know they did that in this mod. Do it again. Oh, he didn't wash that one. Okay. Well. I guess that's why I never noticed it before. They don't do it all the time. I must have gave him a dirty coconut. I love these oak trees. I am really bad at custom trees, but I want these large oak trees along my path. And I'm afraid if I get the sapling and I plant them and it's not in this specific biome, they'll just grow like normal oak trees and be boring. Sorry, I see a butterfly and I need it. Come back. Oh! Yay! I don't think I have that butterfly yet. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, I love these oak trees. Like, wouldn't it just make more sense if all oak, well, I guess if you're not playing modded and you can't drop a tree in one swing, this kind of tree in Minecraft would be kind of a pain. But we have the taiga trees, the really tall ones, and also jungle trees get really tall, so maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. But like, variation in tree size in vanilla Minecraft, you know what I mean? We need that. I love those oak trees. Need more. Okay, bye villagers. You gotta get back to work on your path. I think I'm gonna run out of blocks before I even go too far. I wonder if I should restock. I think I took all my damage. This is all I have left. Well, if I just do the cracked and whatever, which one I just broke, I should be okay. Just broke? Just use the rest of? Words are hard. Okay, let me first hide some of my dirt so it doesn't steal it all from me. This is a massive crack. Okay, so I need the weathered. And then we need more cracked. I wonder if I should just do this one. And then we need the gravel back. I think we'll do that for a while. Speaking of my cat, I spent the last couple hours before streaming today trying to figure out a way to make my camera work as a webcam so that I could do cat cam when I'm streaming, because Mitty is always in the room with me when I'm streaming. She's always on the bed. She lays in the weirdest positions sometimes. I wish you could see it. And so I was gonna set up, she's laying right now in just a strange position. That's why it made me laugh. I just turned around and looked at her. But I wanted to have a little kitty cam set up so that we could have Mitty on stream with us. And I watched this tutorial that made it seem like it would be super quick, easy, and simple to do, and it should have been. However, the video was 6 years old, and I think they changed the software that they were using to no longer work that same way with the type of camera that I own. So I downloaded everything I needed and I had all the settings the way it was supposed to be set up, but something about like USB connection with video apparently no longer works the right way with the way I was trying to set it up, which is a bummer, but it's fine. apparently what I need to do is get... Get this fly is what I need to do. Sorry. If you've watched my series in this world, you know that it rained immediately after. You'll know that me and flies have like a rivalry against each other. But I like to kill them and eat their babies. The babies being the maggots that they drop when you kill them. Whoa. I'm throwing instead of jumping. So yeah, anyways, I need a video capture card apparently to make it work as a webcam. And that will cost some amount of money. I don't know how much. I haven't looked into it yet. But yeah, you guys almost got MIDI cam today. That would have been really cool if we had that. She's currently, like I said, laying and just... She lays in these positions where I'm like, are you in pain? Do you just have bad... Like, what entices you to lay that way? It doesn't make sense. I've never seen cats lay the way that she lays sometimes. I'm just like, how can you be comfortable that way? She's a weird one. I'll tell you that. She is a weird cat. But we love our weird cats. Did I hit my goal? Should check my subscriber count. We passed 300! Yay! We passed 300 subscribers! Which is wild because I made that goal the last time I streamed, which would have been last week? It was the stream I did the bingo. Maybe it's been more than a week ago. But anyways, after that stream, I switched it to 300 for my goal because I was at like 260 or something. And I was like, 300 right around the corner, sure. And then I had my goal end date for like June something. Like, yeah, I can for sure hit 300 by June. Guys, it's the beginning of May. Y'all went crazy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, bye again, Nim. Thanks for popping in to tell me. I think what did it was my last video. YouTube is an interesting... It's an interesting thing to be a part of. I don't know how many of you in chat have dealt with YouTube and the analytics and making a video that you think is going to work really well and then it like doesn't, but then you just change the title and thumbnail and then it kind of blows up a little bit. Like, it's so weird. Just when you think you have a grasp, it like does weird things. But yeah, my last video that went out wasn't doing very well for like the first 24 hours. It like barely did anything. And I was like, oh, something's off. That's not normal. And then I tested a few titles and thumbnails. And then I got one and I was like, yeah, I think this is gonna do well. And then it was just like, boom. Overnight I had like 50 views on it. And then that whole next day, it was just constant views rolling in on it. I think it's close to like 600 views right now, which is pretty good for my channel. I think the only other video that did extremely well right away was my just start video. That one got a lot of views and a lot of subscribers. And so I was excited about that. I get so excited when new people join the channel. I love having you all here. It makes me feel proud of what I create and it motivates me to keep creating. And I just love this little community that I'm building that's coming along with this little journey with me. It's such a fun experience, YouTube. Even though it can be frustrating and confusing with analytics, the people I really enjoy. And I like involving the people in choices, like creative choices when it comes to my channel. Like I love on my Discord community, I'll do little polls that just seem like silly little polls at the time. And then once the polls are over, people realize that they just chose our community pet that I'm going to use on streams that they didn't even know I was going to start streaming. I love those little things that I do with my community, having them be a part of creating the lore without even realizing that they're creating lore with me. It's fun. So thanks for being here and creating lore with me. You need to be dirt. I guess I need to set a new goal. Maybe 325. I feel like that's a natural next goal. Dang, this road looks good. And we're almost to the village. I am gonna have to get more dirt. I have this hill across from my storage building over here. I've been taking the dirt off of that. It's kind of like two birds, one stone. Eventually I'm going to build something here. And having this hill here, I might keep the hill, but like I don't need it to be so much higher than this area. So I just keep like taking layers off one at a time whenever I need dirt. So maybe that'll be our next task, just collect more dirt so we can keep going for a while. We've only been streaming for about an hour and 36 minutes. So I think we can keep going a little while longer. I want to start Minecraft videos, but I need help to learn to edit first and how to record. It can be a daunting experience if you don't know anything about either of those things. A rainbow! That's your sign right there. That rainbow's for you. It's time to start. As far as recording, if you're recording on PC, I think the easiest route would be OBS Studios for screen recording. I think that's what most people these days are using. There's lots of YouTube tutorials out there that will help you figure out how to set up all of that as well. And then as far as editing, I would say try something that's really user-friendly, beginner-friendly, and start from there. And then if you wanted to later, if you really enjoy the editing process, which I do, I really love the editing process, especially when I was doing my like storytelling, really lore deep stuff with Timeless. I had a few times during that series where I got to like really play around with the editing, like dream sequences or little like PTSD premonition moments that I was having in the series. Like I really got to play up the whole editing. It was so much fun. And those are some of the episodes that I'm like most proud of. But yeah, free editing software is out there. CapCut is one of them that you can edit for free. It's really user-friendly. Really good for beginners. DaVinci Resolve is free. However, it can be really overwhelming for someone who's never edited before. It's really close to being like industry standard editing software. So why did I run all the way back here when I have the stuff in my backpack to make more shovels? Because I was speaking and I'm distracted, that's why. But yeah, if you're serious about starting your YouTube channel, I would just find some YouTube tutorials. People test out free, easy to use editing software all the time. They could probably recommend a few more easier editing ones. You could also, if editing is not something that you're really into, you could always go the long play route. That involves little to no editing at all. Sometimes I throw in a long play when it's kind of a hectic week or I'm a little uninspired and don't have the motivation or time or energy to like do a full edited video. I'll just play and record for an hour and then upload it basically as is. Sometimes I'll edit out some of the like really long pauses, or like when I had really bad allergies, like all the sniffs and coughs and throat clears, I'll take all of those out just because I don't want to listen to that. No one else does, you know? But those are some routes you could take. I actually went to school for film in college, and so I learned editing with Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. So I learned like the really complex stuff first, and now when I use like easier to use editing software, I feel like I could do anything. And it's kind of fun, so I like to play around with more like easier to use stuff. I keep telling myself one day I'm going to switch over to DaVinci Resolve so I could do more complex things. The thing with CapCut is that a lot of it is pre-made presets for things that you could use instead of animating text yourself or animating things yourself. Like, it's pre-done and it saves a lot of time in the editing process. It's also really good for people who are not familiar with the editing process. I think I got enough dirt now. So you may want to look into something like that if you're serious about starting. Honestly, I've loved my YouTube journey so far. I wish I had started sooner so I could be further ahead, but everything happens when it's supposed to happen, so I try not to think like that. But every once in a while I'm like, man, if I started this a year ago, think of how much further I'd be in the process. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. Okay, let's do eroded. I keep forgetting I can't move my inventory when I'm in there. And then craft. Weathered. and massive. I still don't understand why they call them that. Are they just bigger bricks than normal? They don't look that different to me. Honestly, I think making the content is the easy part when it comes to YouTube for me. The creative process is my favorite part of the whole process. The part that I struggle with the most is once it's uploaded. Like the way I package the content, that has been hit and miss basically since I started. It can be really frustrating when you put your heart and soul, and like there are times, oh my gosh, there were so many times that I literally spent like 3 full days on a video, like recording and editing and like perfecting everything. And when I say like 3 full days, I mean I didn't eat all day long because I was so focused on these videos. Just spent every waking hour putting together this content and then not having it do well because the thumbnail and the title wasn't clickable enough can be so heartbreaking. And so you have to like play around with it and find something that works really well, and then sometimes YouTube is already over it and they're like, nah, we're done testing this. We're not gonna show any new people. And then sometimes they do, and that's lucky. But I'm starting to get into a groove of it and kind of feeling like I understand kind of what YouTube wants from me. But like I said earlier, just when you think you know you got it down, it's like, nope. No, you ain't got it. Sorry. Also, it's really interesting. Some creators I've noticed will have like one video uploaded and get thousands and thousands of views and thousands of subscribers with that one video, and I'm just like, what is the algorithm? Some people just get really lucky though. And other people have to work a little harder to get there. But I feel like the way my community is growing is ideal. It's slow, but it's steady. And so I feel like there's a real relationship building between viewer and content creator that's happening. Especially like when people join my Discord server and we have little chats, and they usually get announcements earlier than my YouTube community posts do. And like I said, they do polls with me and help me create lore. It's just really fun when it's like, there's not a lot of people on the server, but every time someone new joins, it's like just when everyone else that's in there already has gotten really comfortable with each other and kind of understand each other's vibes. So then it's like the next generation of people join the server, and it's just, we get bigger and more fun, more people. It's like I said, the people on YouTube has been my favorite part, especially meeting other small creators or like talking to people that inspired me, and like, or watching people that inspired me and then like meeting them and like being able to like hang out with them It's been surreal. It's really surreal. Like I'm on the same SMP as a few people from Crafted Season 1 and Season 2. And just a few months ago, they had no idea who I was. It's wild. And I appreciate it a lot. I don't take it for granted one bit. I think I was really scared in the beginning when I started my channel because I do not have thick skin and I was really worried about negative comments. And I just had to tell myself, like, they're gonna happen. I've already had a few. I just delete them immediately. I'm like, I don't need that negativity in my life. No one needs to see the negative things that you're... Okay, here's the thing. Constructive criticism in a positive way, I can handle. But if you're just outright being rude for no reason, I don't play that game. Nope. I will delete your comment immediately. I will give you no attention. And we will pretend you do not exist. That's the way I look at it. But luckily I've had really great people join my Discord community. I haven't had to really like I have a friend of mine moderating my Discord just in case, like if I'm not paying attention and like someone starts being rude to anyone in the community, like there's a bodyguard in there just in case. Because I don't want anyone in my community to feel like they're not safe in my community. Because that's not cool, man. It's just not cool. Welcome back, Merc. You're thankful for the tips. You're welcome. Happy to help. I think starting YouTube is such a fun thing, so I always encourage others to do the same, especially if that's something you're really, truly interested in. Don't wait too long because then you may never start. You don't have to be perfect when you start either. Nothing will ever be perfect, but at least you'll have something to grow off of if you just start. And anything that you do often, you're going to begin to become better at. Just like anything else in life. It's the same with YouTube. The more you're recording, the more you're dealing with all that technical stuff and streaming or uploading and try to figure out your thumbnails and titles. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. It'll just become routine at one point. And then you'll look back and you'll be like, huh, remember when I was being silly about being afraid to start? Look at me now. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. I need more spruce slabs. Schlabbies! Oh, I'm hungry. Eat my raw muscle. Who dares wins? I like that, Merc. And those who do not dare will never win. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity. All the way back to my storage shoppity. Sometimes I wonder why you guys actually watch me. When I start saying crazy stuff like that, I'm like, why are these people here? Y'all must be just as weird as I am. Okay, that's a lot of slabs. I think that's enough slabs for now. I'll just put this back. Oh. Go back to my slabbing. Wonder if I should do... Yeah, that makes sense. This one's a little wonky, but we'll do it here too. Ah! No! You're wrong. It's looking good, right? Cool build, by the way. My storage space? Thank you. That was last week's video. I'm happy with it. It looks real good. Look at her over there. Looking all corner of a roofie. Seriously, why do you guys watch me? I don't know. Thanks for being here, though, you weirdos. The nighttime with this piano is a vibe. I'm digging it. The sun's about to come up. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty. That is not the button I meant. I'm gonna eat this maggot from the fly I killed earlier. I'm hungry. And I don't have any more... Oh, I have coconut. That's not gonna last me too much longer, though. Maybe we should head home. Get us some more food so that we can continue this path. Because we're nearly done this way to the village, but we haven't started going this way. But first, let me just watch our beautiful sunset. Needs lamp. Yeah, we're gonna do lighting once the actual pathing is in. Why do I feel like that's the second time you've told me about the worm? You're very proud of this worm. By the way, I didn't welcome you to stream. You mentioned my build. I'm trying to... I don't want to slaughter your name. I'm terrible with names. Tetsuyashi? Thank you for being in stream today. Hope everyone's enjoying their peaceful little sunrise. Oh, is that why you brought it up? I guess that makes sense. It's basically the same thing, right? Worms, maggots. Both equally disgusting things to eat. Fun fact, I have a worm farm where I put like food waste in and they turn it into... I'm gonna take my horse. They turn it into like worm tea and like I'm forgetting the name of the like the actual dirt worms create. It's full of nutrients anyways. You put the food in there, they eat it, and they poop out all the nutrients, and then you use that in your soil for your garden. And it grows in abundance. But yes, I have a worm farm. Like in real life. Castings. Yes, thank you. Worm castings and worm tea. I love my worms. I've had them for about a year now. How could you not make it over that little block? This horse. We haven't been up at the homestead this whole stream. Seriously? One block. You're getting stuck on one block. Come on, Daisy. Get with it, girl. I'm just gonna leave you there. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way. Yes, I got a worm farm last year in spring, or started it. Kind of late spring, actually. Finish this cake. Delicious. Because I started a herb and veggie and fruit garden for the first time during spring of last year. And I heard really good things about worm farms, and I was like, I love worms. Oh, look at all that baked ham. Wow. Past me is so kind and thoughtful. I have to be careful though, because while I'm here at home, actually I don't see any seagulls around. The seagulls will fly down and steal the food right out of my hands. Hi. Rufus. Another fun fact, Out of Work Merc named this dog Rufus from the series. Alright, well I got my food. We can go now. Do I have a waystone? I have a waystone at my storage. Why didn't I use my waystone to get over here? I'm silly. It's the exact reason why I put this waystone here. You don't remember naming Rufus? I am hurt. If you can see redstone lamps, use redstone lamps with fences and daylight sensors. You know, I've never played with daylight sensors. That might be a fun idea for the lamps. I don't think I want to go full lamps just yet on the path because I feel like lamps will come later when I have builds in place. So that they're like, I'm very Virgo about this and I apologize, but I just need them to be placed in the most like intentional places, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I do like the idea of using the redstone lamps with the daylight sensors. That's an excellent idea. I meant to grab a notepad to write down an idea I had earlier, but then I was too lazy to get up and find the notepad, and now I'm wishing I had the notepad right now to write that down. Past me as an idiot. Okay, let's put my gravel back. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with the lamps, because I already knew I was gonna do like a fancy kind of street lamp vibe. And I've never played with daylight sensors. How do you get the daylight sensor to activate on the redstone lamp? Does it activate off of the redstone lamp, or do you have to have like a button or like a lever or something to activate? I don't know if you were here earlier when I mentioned that I'm not a redstone Minecrafter. I know very little. Not enough to do any like extravagant, automated, crazy shenanigans that people do. But I feel like the mechanics of this light post probably aren't terribly difficult to accomplish. You have to cycle between day or night. So you don't need to put like redstone or anything on it for it to be activated. You just put it on there and decide what time it turns on. Like it's automatically activated by the redstone lamp. No. So there's... Do I need other components? You'll have to set it to night so it'll automatically come on. So, okay, it needs a lever. Cool. Does it have to be a lever? Could it be a button? I'm learning. This is totally stuff I could Google later, but I feel like since you're here, I might as well just get the information from you. It will send the signal to the attached block depending on what time it's set to. So all I need is the redstone lamp, the daylight sensor on top of it, and a lever. And then I have to go into the daylight sensor and set it to night. And that's it. That sounds easy enough. I could do that. That sounds so easy, I could do it. I like it. Are the daylight sensors expensive to make? Oh. Lag. Oh, that's why. I hit the wrong button and I reloaded my shaders instead of opening my inventory. That happens to me a lot. Oh. I mean, I would have to go back to the Nether to get quartz. I hate it there. But it might be worth it. If it's set to day, no signal. If it's set to night, signal. And redstone lamp lights. Word. Thanks for your redstone knowledge, guys and gals. Human beings of the internet. This looks weird to me. Do I just finish the dirt across? I think we might have to. The sun is setting again already? Does anyone else think 10 minutes of daytime and 10 minutes of nighttime is just not enough time? Or am I the only one that has issues with time awareness? My shovel's about to say I'm done. We're so close to the village. I'm so glad I decided to stream this today. I feel like this has made this task so much more fun than it would have been just doing this on my own. Thanks for being here, guys. You're really getting me through this. And we get a chance to hang out and I learn new stuff. I love it. can't do that here. Oops. Yeah. Oh. This won't work here either. Seems like night is longer more often when you're working on something. Yeah, or when, like, your first night, when you don't have shelter or a bed to sleep the night away, and you're being bombarded by mods, the nighttime seems endless. Would have to agree. Craft the sensor is set to day, and if you place it on top of the lamp during the day, the lamp is on. Right. You right-click the sensor, it's night. Come on. I love that. I feel like that really adds, like, life to the world. Having, like, automated lights pop on at a certain time. Like, I literally have my lights outside and lights inside my house that are on a schedule, so that just feels very real. I like it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You guys have convinced me. It's gonna add so much to my world. I'm excited to get to that point where I'm putting lamps down, because I feel like I'm gonna have so many builds finished by then, and I'll know exactly where I want the lighting to be. And then just, like, riding my horse down this path. Yes, I have the waypoint for fast travel, but every once in a while when I'm in my world, I become really immersed and I'm like, nah, let me, like, walk this path instead of fast traveling. I want to feel immersed inside of the world I have created. That's the best part of Minecraft. I think that's my favorite part about sharing a world with other people too, is having other people see that immersive world, being able to walk through it themselves. That's the best part about SMPs. And also seeing what other people build, because other people... I love other people's imaginations. I love it when you stumble across someone's build and you're like, I would have never thought to use this block for that. That's fun. Or certain color palettes, or just anything. People are so creative. I love people's brains. And I love how no two people ever have really the same ideas. They may be similar, but you could take two builders and tell them to build the same thing and they would both build it differently. Know what I mean? That's the coolest part about Minecraft. Really went ham with this cobblestone on this end of the path. So much more of it. animal is making that noise? Is it the possum sleeping? It kind of reminds me of the goblins in the Slumber Spell mod pack. The noises that they make crack me up. I didn't put any spruce. Oops. Where are the mobs? I have peaceful surface on in this world so that I don't have to worry about mobs. But if I go into like caves and stuff, anywhere that you can see the sky above you, the mobs will not spawn. Because this is meant to be a very cozy let's play world. And I didn't want to have to stress about that in this world. That's why you're not seeing any mobs. That's why I can get so much work done at night. I don't have to sleep at night. I just do sometimes because I feel like you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. However, with my backpack, oops, can't see it there. I have night vision on my backpack when it's equipped, so it kind of helps. If I were to take off my backpack, sometimes it takes a moment for the effect to wear off. And now the sun's coming up, so it won't be the same. But you guys know how dark it is in Minecraft. It gets real dark. I think we'll leave the path here. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this path just yet. So I think I don't want to go too far with it this way. I think I'm going to have like a whole entrance and everything at some point. So I think we'll call it there on this end of the path. And we will work our way back this way. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't put slabs over there when it steps down. Let's do that. That's not a slab. What the? Not a slab at all. I don't know how I feel about this one block being off. Maybe I'll do a little... There we go. That works better. Any more steps? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This path looks so much nicer. It feels more finished and intentional than it did before. And that's what I wanted. Okay, now we start this way, all the way over to my hill, which leads up to my homestead. Gotta eat my black ham. Black ham? Baked lamb ham. Oh my goodness. maybe we should restock a bit of our blocks here. Oh, we're almost at 3 hours of streaming. Maybe we should call it there. And then I can finish the rest off camera between episodes. And then you guys can see the progress in Saturday's video. That kind of sounds like a plan. Thank you guys so much for being here for stream and helping keep me entertained while I do mindless tasks that would have just been completely boring without y'all. Thank you so much for helping me reach my goal of 300 subscribers today. I was not expecting that. I literally, like I said earlier, my goal was to, by the end of this month, reach 300. And when I set that goal, I was at like 260, and literally like a week and a half later, I reached 300 subscribers, which is wild. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much for the support on the channel, for the views, the likes, the comments, and coming and hanging out on stream. I will switch to my stream ending screen. I will throw my Discord command in chat if you'd like to join the Discord. So you can hang out between streams, between videos, get to know everyone else in the community and just hang out. We support each other there with all of our creative endeavors and life and things and whatnot. So be fun to have you around there. And thank you so much again for joining. We'll see you next stream. And make sure to catch the video coming out on Saturday where I'm going to build my new mysterious build that I talked about. Not super mysterious. I told you it's a village breeder, but you don't know what it's going to look like or anything yet. So, all right. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Have a good rest of your week. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Stay cozy.